The most important version of you has no audience. Just you and whatever standard you actually hold when it costs something, and nobody will know either way. That version of you, it's not a private detail, it's the foundation everything else is built on. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. I'm Sean Michael. This isn't a podcast about pushing harder or fixing yourself. It's a space to see clearly how your experience is actually being created. Each episode offers a simple shift in understanding, not a tactic, not a hustle, a clearer view of thought, identity, and the patterns you've been living inside. Because when misunderstanding drops, relief rises, energy returns. You move forward with calm, sovereign clarity. This is your Daily Power Boost. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. The last 7 episodes have been about one thing: who you actually are when the comfortable version of yourself isn't available. Not who you are on stage or who you are under observation, the who you are in the unremarkable, unannounced, and unwitnessed moments, because that's the person your leadership is actually coming from. I know someone who was genuinely respected as a leader, the kind of respect that's earned, not performed, not demanded. And when people tried to articulate why they trusted this person so completely, the answers were always surprisingly ordinary. Not their big speeches or crisis moments, or even the vision or strategy. It was the small things. The way they handled a mistake when no one important was watching. The quality of attention that they brought to a conversation with someone who couldn't do anything for them. None of those moments were designed to build trust. That's exactly why they did. Let me share the identity principle underneath this. People don't ultimately trust your public standard. They trust the private one. And they sense the private one even without direct access to it, through the accumulation of small, consistent signals that either confirm or contradict what you present. This is why leadership development that focuses only on visible behavior has a ceiling. You can learn to perform the right things in the right moments. Performance and integrity, they're different things. And the people around you will always eventually feel the difference, even if they can't name it. The private standard isn't some leadership technique. It's the ground the whole thing stands on. And it's either solid or it's not. It's not based on your intentions, but based on what you actually do when the cost is real. The only witness is you. When that private and public standard are genuinely the same, there's nothing to manage. There's no performance to uphold because there's nothing left to perform. That absence of management creates something most leaders underestimate: energy. An enormous amount of what gets labeled as leadership fatigue is actually the exhaustion of maintaining the gap between who you present yourself to be and who you are in the unobserved moments. When that gap closes, not perfectly, but substantially, something suddenly frees up. The energy that was going into maintaining the performance comes back, and it comes back available for actual work. Your leadership quiets, presence returns, and sustained over time, this builds more trust than any performance ever could. It's based on a standard that simply is. One question today, and I want you to sit with this one longer than it feels comfortable. Is the standard I hold privately the same one I ask others to hold, or is there a gap I've been hoping no one notices? Don't answer this too quickly, and please resist the pull toward the answer that makes you look good. Because the honest answer to that question will tell you more about your current state of leadership than any feedback, assessment, or performance review ever could. It points directly to where the next level of your work begins. If there's a gap between your private and public standard and you're ready to look at it honestly, that's the type of conversation we can have on a clarity call. Not to judge the gap, but to understand what's creating it and what closing it actually requires. Check the show notes for a link. Next time, we open a whole new block entirely. Inner work has been done. The leadership layer has been examined. Now, the question becomes whether the life you're building actually matches who you've become. That's where we're going. With strength and heart, I'm Sean Michael. Stay close.
Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.